evening and welcome to Broken News. My name is Angelo Michelbocha.
And my name is Natati Fettuccine.
Many of you may be well aware of the battle between Earth and global warming due to the alarming population growth over the past century. Joining us today is one of the leader researchers into a solution that can save us all,
Dr. Alfonso Kini MD. So Dr. Kini, what is your solution to this seemingly irreversible problem?
Cannibalism.
Excuse me? I think I misheard you there for a second.
No, you did not. Cannibalism is the only quick solution at this point. You see, it solves many problems at one time, similar to the feeding two birds with one stone analogy.
Isn't it killing two birds with one stone?
No, that's very graphic. May I continue, Fettuccine? Thank you. So, if humans swap out cows for humans, then the waste from these animals will not run off into oceans, polluting people's drinking water. It will also serve as a steadier food source for the starving villages or for people who cannot afford basic living standards. A single corpse can sell for $300,000 US.
Well, isn't it inhumane to kill people?
Well, in the medical field, we see people die left and right just to rot in the ground. Trauma patients or hospice patients could choose to feed a starving family instead of incinerating themselves. This would also clear up space in hospitals.
But killing people.
We can also feed off of criminals who are serving life in prison or who are on death row. This also frees up space in prisons, which can help the economy and lower taxes. For example, countries like Japan have a limited amount of space, and a majority of the population is elderly anyways. I think they could benefit from cannibalism greatly. And finally, those financially struggling families could also sell a corpse for $300,000, let's say.
But what are the dangers of eating people?
The only actual problems that can occur are the eventual results of incest, which cause genetic effects, or the prion disease crudo, which comes from human brains. As long as brains and spinal fluid are not ingested, then diseases from humans should not occur. However, common diseases such as HIV should be taken care of and be accounted for during this.
How have other species benefited from cannibalism?
Well, funny you may ask. Actually, male Australian redback spiders place themselves in the mouths of black widow spiders after mating to ensure the female is well nourished so that the babies are healthy when they're born. And also cannibalism is used in the bird kingdom as a way to dispose of the fresh bodies before they attract maggots, which make the young healthy and make sure that they don't get disease from the maggots. And also just overall, it promotes survival of the species by reducing competition. This is used in mammal species as well, including bears. So what you should really be asking me, what have we missed out by applying human standards to the natural world?
So you've mentioned sources of humans, but who would truly benefit from the cannibalism?
That's an excellent question. People who would benefit greatly from cannibalism would be pregnant women and their newborn offspring, or young growing children who need nutrients, or people who live in overpopulated cities, or people with unsteady sources of food, and also people surrounded by immense amounts of population, because with less humans there would be less pollution created. And then overall, just the entire human race and other animal species who are suffering from human pollution.
So how would you convince people to digest human?
Well, in the older time periods, when there were peasants and royalty, the peasants would eat foods called cows and pigs, but then royalty did not want to seem like they were eating the same foods as them, so they called them beef, pork, and bacon, and foods such as that, so that they did not feel as disgusted when they ate those foods. So I feel like we could follow a similar pattern by, instead of eating foods called human, we could call them other words such as acrissy or rendang.
Well, it looks like we're running out of time here, but thank you so much for devoting your time and energy for coming out here.
No, thank you for allowing me to come onto your show. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Dr. Key, for joining us.
And thank you for joining us on
Broken News!
Broken News is a proud sponsor of IKEA.